Okay, so after you're all set with your wall assembly, the next thing I want you to do is add it to a layout. All right, so remember everything that we do in model space is at 1-to-1 scale. And of course, we can't print out a piece of paper that has an 11-foot, 5-inch wall on it. It's just too big, so we have to scale it down. All right, so what I'm going to show you now is how to duplicate a layout. So just like we did in the last assignment where we took this area on the left here and we put it into this layout, I want to take this wall here and put it into a new layout. All right, and it's very simple to do that since we already have a current layout that's made for us. So all I'm going to do is I'm going to hover over my layout tab in the bottom here, and I'm going to right click, and then I'm going to hit move or copy. I'm going to click create copy, and then move to end. Hit OK. Another tab will come up to the right hand side, and now see we have layout and layout 2 because it's a copy. Now I want to rename that, so I'm going to double click on it and it highlights, and I'm just going to call it, well, ASSY for assembly, and there we go. We have it labeled differently, but we still have the same thing here. Now, like I mentioned the other day, I absolutely cannot stand the white background for my print layouts. I just have a hard time seeing it. So I'm going to change this in my Autocad, and you could change this if you want. If you like the white background, that's fine. So the first thing I'm going to do is type in options, and it brings up my Autocad options. And then under the display tab, I have a colors option. I'm going to click on colors. And now I'm in my sheet layout view, and right now it's set to white. So I'm going to take white, I'm just going to change it to black, hit apply and close, and hit OK, and now we're good to go. Okay, so now the next thing I need to do is I don't want to see this. This is the old assignment. I don't want to see the old assignment. I want to see the new assignment. So what I have here is if I click, let me zoom in here. If I click on the outside of my border here, that's my viewport. And what a viewport is it gives me a little like a snapshot of what my model space looks like. But if I double click inside here, I can't do anything, right? It's like my viewport is locked. That's because it is locked. So on the bottom right here, you'll see that I have this little lock symbol with my viewport activated, and I'm going to unlock my viewport. Now, if I pan around in my viewport, you'll see that it acts just like model space because that's exactly what I'm doing. I'm actually navigating in model space. All right, so what I want to do now is I want to get this to some kind of scale. All right, so I'm going to zoom in, and I'm just going to pick a scale that works best for us now. So if I just kind of center my my wall on the center of my page, and I'm going to double click outside of my layout just to get me out of that model space view. And now I'm going to click on my viewport again. And if I go to the bottom, I have this weird arbitrary number here. Now, this is my scale of my viewport. All right, so I'm going to click on that. And let's see, I'm going to try something like 1/2 inch to 1, see how that works. And that works out pretty good. You see it zoomed in a little bit. That was kind of hard to see. But if I change, let's change something a little more drastic. Let's go to 1/4 inch to 1. Then I can scale it down, and now I'm at 1/4 inch to 1 scale. So this is a quick and easy way to change between your different scales. And for right now, I'm just going to go back to 1/2 inch to 1 and do that. And now if I'm happy where how my viewport looks, always go back and lock your viewport again. All right, because now if I double click and if I try to pan in there, I can't pan, or my whole page pans. It doesn't pan within my viewport. But if I unlock my viewport and then pan again, I can now move all around, and I don't want that. Okay, so once I'm happy with my viewport, I'm going to lock it up so that way no one can go in there and edit it on accident. Okay, now I'm not going to add a title block right now. That'll be a different video, but I want to go ahead and PDF this. So I'm going to go ahead, Control P. I'm going to do a single layer. I'm going to change this to DWG to PDF, and that's fine. We'll do layout. That's fine. Let's do a preview. See how it looks. That's okay. You know what? That's kind of wonky. Let's do this. It's kind of off center. Let's go to extents, and we're going to center our plot. Hit preview. There, kind of squared it up a little better. Hit enter, and hit OK, and then go ahead and save your PDF as it's required in the Google Classroom document.